All India Radio presents Morning News. I am Valsa Williams. The headlines. Prime Minister Narendra Modi and BJP President Amit Shah to hand over urns containing ashes of Atal Bihari Vajpayee to state party presidents in New Delhi for immersion in rivers across the country. Situation being closely monitored to prevent outbreak of diseases in flood-hit Kerala, says Union Health Minister J.P. Nadda. Government unveils draft scheme for extending affordable air travel program Udan to international circuits. Eid ul-Azha, the festival of sacrifice, being celebrated today. A UK court denies bail to underworld Don Dawood Ibrahim's aide, Jabir Moti. In sports, India assured of at least 4 medals in wushu competition at Asian Games, and in cricket, India just a wicket away from victory against England in third test at Nottingham. Prime Minister Narendra Modi and BJP President Amit Shah will hand over urns containing the ashes of former Prime Minister Atal Bihari Vajpayee to state presidents of the party in New Delhi today. A party release said the state BJP presidents will organize an Asthi Kalash Yatra in their respective state capitals and districts before immersing the ashes in rivers across the country. Our correspondent has more details.
Processions will start from the state capitals and will pass through all blocks, and the ashes of the BJP stalwart will be immersed in the rivers across the country. Tribute programs will be organized in state capitals, districts and blocks. On Sunday, family members of the departed leader had immersed the ashes in the Ganga River in Haridwar in the presence of BJP President Amit Shah, Home Minister Rajnath Singh and Chief Ministers of Uttar Pradesh and Uttarakhand. The former Prime Minister had passed away in the national capital on 16th of this month at the age of 93. His mortal remains were consigned to the flames at the Rashtriya Smriti Sthal on the banks of the Yamuna River in Delhi on Friday. Anupam Mishra, AIR News, Delhi.
The Chhattisgarh government has decided to rename the state's new capital city of Naya Raipur as Atal Nagar in memory of former Prime Minister Atal Bihari Vajpayee. Briefing reporters after a cabinet meeting yesterday, Chief Minister Raman Singh said an Atal memorial will also be developed in an area of 5 acres at the state's new capital. He said many institutions, including Bilaspur University and Rajnandgaon Medical College, will also be named after Vajpayee. The state government has also decided to name a battalion of state police force as Pokhran Battalion. The National Centre for Disease Control NCDC has issued health advisories to help Kerala in meeting health challenges after the floods. An official release said NCDC teams are ready for deployment to support the state in preventing an outbreak of waterborne, vector-borne and viral hepatitis diseases. Union Health Minister J.P. Nadda also held a high-level meeting in New Delhi to review the relief measures in the state. After the meeting, Mr. Nadda said the situation is being monitored on a daily basis and the Strategic Health Operations Centre has been activated. He said he is in regular communication with Kerala Health Minister K.K. Shailaja. The minister said no outbreak of communicable disease has been reported from the flood-ravaged districts of the state so far. The UIDAI has directed the Aadhaar enrollment agencies in Kerala, including banks and post offices, to facilitate retrieval of the 12-digit number of Aadhaar holders who have lost their document in the flood-hit state and provide them free printouts of the number. Speaking to AIR, UIDAI CEO Ajay Bhushan Pandey said many people have lost their Aadhaar cards in the floods. He said the e-Aadhaar printouts can be taken by people from the enrollment centres by giving their name and biometric authentication.
So we have instructed the enrollment agencies and also the state government, banks and post office, where the Aadhaar cards are made, where the enrollments are done, that they should set up camps, particularly where the reliefs are being distributed. And in those camps, they should provide the printout of Aadhaar card free of cost.
Mr. Pandey said similar instructions are also being issued for the flood-affected districts of South Karnataka. In Jammu and Kashmir, a BJP worker, Shabir Ahmad Bhatt, was killed by terrorists in Raklitar area of Pulwama district. Security sources said the bullet-riddled body of the BJP worker was found this morning. He was kidnapped by terrorists last evening. Police have registered a case and launched an operation to identify the terrorists behind the killing. This is All India Radio giving you the news. For quick news updates round the clock, follow us on our Twitter handle at AIR News Alerts. The Centre has unveiled a draft scheme for extending affordable air travel program UDAN to international circuits. The draft International Air Connectivity IAC scheme envisages to increase international ticketing to 20 crore by 2027. Inputs and comments from stakeholders have been sought till the 4th of next month. IAC scheme proposes to set up an international air connectivity fund, a dedicated fund for providing subsidy support under the scheme, which will be created through the contribution of state governments. The state governments will identify the routes to be connected. Airline operators will assess demand on the identified routes and submit proposals for providing connectivity. In Jammu and Kashmir, State Rural Livelihood Mission Umeed under the Deen Dayal Antyodaya Yojana is providing better livelihood to women, especially in rural areas. Here is a ground report from our Jammu correspondent.
Sharing their experience and success stories, the beneficiaries of the mission informed how being part of self-help group ushered an era of welfare in their lives by helping them to come out of the poverty.
मेरा नाम रोहिणी है। मैं किसी के घर में काम करके बड़ी मुश्किल से अपना गुजारा करती थी। उम्मीद से मुझे बहुत फायदा हुआ। पहले तो GIF आया, उससे मैंने 10,000 लिया, अपने बच्चे की एडमिशन करवाई, उसे स्कूल भेजा। फिर मैंने BO लोन लिया 25,000, उससे मैंने एक गाय ली, दूध बेचना स्टार्ट किया। अपनी दुकान थी, अब इधर अपना काम कर रही हूँ।
The beneficiaries of the mission are of the view that Umeed has been providing them opportunity to recognize their own power, abilities and skills.
मेरा नाम संतोष कुमारी। सबसे पहले मैंने अपने हस्बैंड को बाइक लेके दी। वो होम डिलीवरी का काम करते थे, बड़ा मुश्किल होता था। उसके बाद मैंने लोन लिया 50,000, फिर हमने ये दुकान डाली। मेरा एक बेटा है, उसे भी मैं अच्छे स्कूल में पढ़ाती हूँ।
Under Umeed, the professionals at various levels providing training, capacity building and long-term hand-holding support to the women organizations.
मेरा नाम आभा कोतवाल है और मैं ब्लॉक प्रोग्राम मैनेजर बिश्ना से। हमारा प्रोग्राम बिश्ना में पिछले 4 साल से चल रहा है। इनके अंडर हमारे अभी बिश्ना ब्लॉक में 923 एक्टिव एसएचजीज है। इनमें सिर्फ हमारी महिलाएं ही हैं जिनको हम वेरियस लाइवलीहुड्स के लिए मिनिमम इंटरेस्ट में इनको लोन प्रोवाइड करते हैं। हमारा मेन मकसद यही है कि ये लोग हमारे साथ जुड़े और अपने पैरों पर खड़े हुए।
Over 70 blocks have been covered so far across the state and more than 29,000 self-help groups with 2,65,000 rural women members have been formed for the socio-economic upliftment of women folk in rural areas. Yogesh Sharma, AIR News, Jammu.
The festival of sacrifice, Eid ul-Azha or Bakrid, is being celebrated with religious fervour and gaiety in various parts of the country today. The faithful are offering Eid prayers in Eidgahs and mosques. In Delhi, main Eid congregations are being held at Jama Masjid, Fatehpuri Mosque and Shahi Eidgah. Eid ul-Azha is celebrated to commemorate the willingness of Prophet Hazrat Ibrahim to sacrifice his only son in obedience of God's command. In Uttar Pradesh, elaborate arrangements have been made by the authorities for the celebration of Bakrid today. More from our correspondent.
People are getting ready to reach the mosques near them to offer the prayers of Eid ul-Zuha. At famous Tilewali Masjid in state capital Lucknow, prayers will be offered at 9 a.m. and at Ashbagh Masjid, it's on 10 a.m. Prayers will be followed by sacrifice and feasting with near and dear ones. Congratulating people of the state on this occasion, Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath said that the festival of Eid ul-Azha is a special occasion where the message of togetherness and peace is spread to the world. Sushil Chandra Tiwari, AIR News, Lucknow.
President Ramnath Kovind and Prime Minister Narendra Modi have greeted the people on the occasion. A UK court has denied bail to underworld don Dawood Ibrahim's close aide Jabir Moti. He was arrested in London last week on charges of money laundering and extortion. The Westminster Magistrates Court was told that the 51-year-old Pakistani national is facing extradition to the US following an FBI investigation dating back to 2005. The court denied Moti bail on the grounds that he faces allegations of money laundering, conspiracy and extortion that link up to terrorist offences as well as charges of drug trafficking. Moti is described as a senior member and top lieutenant of organised crime and terror network D Company managed by underworld don Dawood Ibrahim. He arrived in the UK on a 10-year visa and was due to leave the country today. Now news from the 18th Asian Games.
After touching double-digit figures in medal tally on day 3 of the 18th Asian Games, Indian athletes would try to add more medals to the kitty on the 4th day in Indonesia today. India is assured of at least 4 medals in wushu competition. Nauram Roshibini Devi, Santosh Kumar, Surya Bhanu Pratap Singh and Narendra Garewal will play their semi-final matches today. In shooting, Manu Bhakar will be in action in 25-meter pistol event while Anjum Moudgil in 50-meter rifle 3 positions. Gayatri and Rahi Sarnobat will also be vying for a passage into the finals. Indian shooters have so far bagged 6 medals in the competition. Saurabh Chaudhary clinched gold, Abhishek Verma settled for a bronze, while Sanjeev Rajput had won a silver in their respective events yesterday. Sports Minister Rajyavardhan Rathore congratulated the winners.
हर बार जब भी तिरंगा लहराता है और एशियन गेम्स में भारत के खिलाड़ी पदक जीतते हैं तो हम सब गौरवान्वित होते हैं। जितने भी खिलाड़ी जिन्होंने पदक जीते, ये सारे के सारे खिलाड़ी हमने इनको पहले से चुना हुआ था। अपना विश्वास जो उन्होंने जगाया अपनी ट्रेनिंग से और उसको वो पूरा कर पाए, उसके लिए मैं इन सभी को बधाई देता हूं।
In wrestling, Gurpreet, Hardeep, Naveen and Harpreet Singh in Greco-Roman category will vie for glory in their respective weight categories. Indian grapplers have won 2 gold and a bronze medal so far. In hockey, after starting off the campaign with 70-0 win over Indonesia, Indian men's team will face another minnow, Hong Kong, today. In gymnastics, the team competition will start Deepa Karmakar in beam category finals. At present, India is 7th in the medal tally with 3 gold, 3 silver and 4 bronze. China continue to be at the top with Japan 2nd and South Korea 3rd. Swati Rakheja, Sports Desk.
In cricket, India are just a wicket away from victory against hosts England in the 3rd Test match at Trent Bridge in Nottingham. England need 210 runs with the last pair of Adil Rashid and Jimmy Anderson standing at the crease to evade defeat on the final day today. Jasprit Bumrah's 5-wicket haul put the hosts in deep trouble, but they managed to survive the 4th day with 311 for 9 at stumps. England lead the 5-match test series 2-0. The 4th test will begin from the 30th of this month at Southampton. And now for an overview of today's newspapers, it's over to Saira Mujtaba.
Thank you, Valsa. Satyapal Malik replaces Vohra as Jammu and Kashmir governor. Headlines the Hindustan Times on the gubernatorial rejig on Tuesday as Bihar, Haryana and 4 other states get new faces. Key challenge is to win people's confidence. The Indian Express quotes the new J&K governor. Chandrayaan-1 confirms eyes on moon, writes the DNA. Hindustan Times mentions it as ISRO's place in space history. Farmer's son shoots to top at Asiad, says the pioneer of Saurabh Chaudhary, becoming the youngest Indian shooter to win an Asian Games gold medal. India-China can sort out differences, the DNA quotes the Prime Minister. Imran seeks talks, trade with India to resolve conflicts, reports the Times of India of the newly elected Pakistan PM's desire to provide better quality of life to the people of the 2 neighbouring countries. Only 2.5% Kerala farmers insured, leads the pioneer, adding, flood ravages 4 lakh acres farmland in 5 states. India declines UAE's 700 crore rupees offer for relief, states the Asian Age of the centre deciding to decline all offers of financial help from foreign countries. EC proposes cap on poll expenses of political parties, is a front-page story in the Hindustan Times. Supreme Court scraps nota option for RS polls, saying EC move will revive Satan of defection, reports the Hindu. NEET won't be held twice a year, pen and paper to continue, states the DNA of the HRD ministry dropping its plan to conduct the exam in online mode only. And finally, in a box item captioned language skills, the Hindustan Times writes, under Modi Sushma, interpreters shine in MEA. The paper says the foreign ministry is sending IFS officers for training in at least 4 languages, Russian, French, Arabic and Spanish, with the PM and Sushma Swaraj showing a preference to speak in Hindi. And with that, it's back to you, Valsa.
Thank you, Sarah. And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Prime Minister Narendra Modi and BJP President Amit Shah to hand over urns containing ashes of Atal Bihari Vajpayee to state party presidents in New Delhi for immersion in rivers across the country. Situation being closely monitored to prevent outbreak of diseases in flood-hit Kerala, says Union Health Minister JP Nadda. Government unveils draft scheme for extending affordable air travel program Udan to international circuits. Eid ul-Azha, the festival of sacrifice, being celebrated today. In sports, India assured of at least 4 medals in wushu competition at Asian Games. And with that, we end the morning news.